Hey guys, so like I mentioned on Friday, I am starting a new series this week, and it's going to be all this week. So instead of having 3 videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you're going to have videos Monday through Friday. And I'm calling this the Beginner's Week. And basically I kind of noticed from friends, family, that a lot of, things that I know, they didn't know. And because I really am into cosmetics, I know some, not everything is what a lot of people do on YouTube. But I was talking to a girlfriend of mine. Her name is Leah. Her and I have been friends since we were in, I want to say, the 8th grade. And we both have already graduated and, started families and this, that, and the other. And, we're so far apart. And she actually mentioned to me the other day that, with me making YouTube videos, it's easier for her, to have me kind of there. She's watching my videos, so she's seeing me. Which, that really meant a lot to me. I love that girl to death. She really is my ride or die girlfriend. She really is. I love her to death. And she actually asked me if I'd be willing to do beginners videos, because she's got 2 kids, a husband, a full-time job, and she's like, I don't know what half the stuff you're mentioning on your videos is, and that gave me an idea. I'll just do a little series. So my first video is going to be this one, and this one's going to be about makeup terminology. And if I don't mention something that you would like to know, hit me down in the comments. I have no problem, mentioning it in my next video prior to getting into that video. So yeah, please. Hey, makes me happy. So that's going to be video 1. Video 2 is going to be a beginner's guide to brushes. Whether I don't have any high-end, all mine are really just drugstore. But hey, it's all good. My 3rd video is going to be on eyeshadow. My 4th video is going to be on eyeliner and mascara. And my 5th video is going to be, the beginner's makeup kit, or, starter kit. And I'm going to try and make it to where it's not just based off of adults, but teens as well. I'm also thinking about making 2 separate bags, because depending on what your issues are and, your concerns, it might be a little different from a teenager versus an adult. So I'm also thinking about that way. But anyway, without further ado, I do have 27, 28, terms I'm going to go over. And if something I don't go into depth that you would like me to, also list that down in the comments below, and I will do the best that I can to, get you the information you need. So, here we go. My first one I got is called Primer. And if you keep seeing me look down, that's because I have all of my terminology and the definitions I wanted to use, things I wanted to mention, that's all on my laptop. It's not that I'm ignoring you, it's that it's all right here. So a primer. It is a makeup product that you would use after, you wash your face, used a toner, moisturizer, you put on a primer. Now there's different kinds of primers. There's creams, there's gels, there's liquids, yeah, and a lot of them actually are being used for specific conditions. Like for me, I actually have 2, 3, and you know what? I'm actually going to show you some so, you guys can see that they do come in different forms here. And sorry I'm shaking my camera. It's actually right on top of my little 3-drawer thingamabob here. So this would be one. This is called Stay Matte. This is by Rimmel. This one's for people who are oily. And I usually get that late spring, early summer, and it just kind of lasts till fall. This is an okay primer to me. I think it's almost too thick, but it's one that you use for that. This one here, I actually have 2 of these. This one here is by Maybelline, and it's the Master Prime, and this one's to blur and to control redness. And I almost should have just done this without any makeup on so you guys could, see. But I have a lot of redness in my cheeks. My mom always used to say, it's just a natural flush. Until you look in the mirror and it's like, no, that ain't a natural flush. But that's what this one helps with. There's also a second one, and that one, let me see if I can get this without knocking over my camera. And this is also from Maybelline. Looks similar, except this one is in white. And this one's to blur and smooth. So this is supposed to, like, you know, fill in your, like, fine lines and wrinkles kind of thing. I didn't really notice a difference with this one, so I just kind of went with the redness because I really do have an issue with my redness. And this supposedly fills in your pores as well. I haven't found one that actually does that completely. If you do, let me know in the comments, because hook a sister up, because I will buy one. And here's another one. This one's by e.l.f. This is called the Poreless Face Primer. There you go. And it's just, the tube on the outside looks clear, and then on the inside is pink. And this actually helps with pores, and I have large pores on my cheeks. And it annoys me, because I can't wear shimmer. I do it anyway, but, you know, they always say don't do that. But the way I see it, there are no rules in makeup. And if you do something that you like and someone else says no, you do what you do. Because guess what? In the end, it's what makes you happy. Anyway, I'll calm down now. This one's supposed to fill in your fine lines and minimize the appearance of pores. And like I said, I'm not really worried about the fine lines just yet. I haven't hit 30 yet. But my pores are really what I'm worried about. Alrighty, and the next one, foundation. Foundation. Gotta love foundation. Okay. This is to be applied with a sponge, a brush, your fingers, an airbrush machine, which if you have an airbrush machine, good for you, because I can't afford something like that. And basically it covers up, you know, I don't want to say it covers up your skin tone, but it is thicker than like a BB cream. And, you know, it helps cover up blemishes, acne. You can also use it as a base to put anything else on. And when I mean, you know, putting other things on after you put your foundation, you got a bronzer, you got highlighter, you got blush, and then setting spray. I didn't know what half of these things were until I watched YouTube videos. I'm not even kidding. Even when I worked for Macy's at the Elizabeth Arden counter, they didn't go over all, you know, the makeup terminology. We just, you know, learned about the product, and that was pretty much it. But these come in, you know, foundations come in different, you know, shapes, forms. They can come in, let's see, I can do this again. Okay, they can come in a tube, even though this is a BB cream, but we'll go over that in a little bit. See, they go in little tubes. They also come in regular, you know, containers. And that was a plastic container, and these are glass. So be careful and don't drop them. Not just because they, you know, break, but because more than likely you're going to drop this on your toe, and then, yeah, it's going to be one of those situations. And yes, I've done it. Anyway, anywho, so that's what those come in. And I don't know if I mentioned this. They come in different forms as well. They can come in the liquids, like what I showed in the jars, or they can come in powders, pressed powders, or loose, let me see. There you go, see, loose powders comes in something like this. And they also come in whipped kind of form. And looks like this, and I'm not trying to blind you, but it's thicker than a liquid. It's more like a cream, like a mousse kind of cream thing is basically what this is, and it's soft. I really do like this. This is more full coverage for me, and I don't need this right now. Once summer hits, I'm going to need something. But I think that's all that I can come up with right now. The next one is stippling. Now, this is definitely a term I did not learn until I watched a lot of YouTube videos. And basically, you use what they call a stippling brush. And I have one here. And it looks like that. And this one's from e.l.f. And basically, you have taller bristles and shorter bristles. So the white ones are the taller ones. And it looks like this. And the shorter ones are the black ones. Now, You can get a small one, or they even have a large one. I actually haven't been able to get my hands on a larger one, but I plan on it. And you just take a little bit of product, you know, off the back of your hand, and you work like this. You don't rub and you don't smear. You just dot it. And from what I've read, this actually helps cover up blemishes a lot better, even coverage and things like that. I haven't went that far. I usually use this for my cream blushes, which I only have one, and I love it, and I'm going to go back and get some more. But anyway, that is stippling. And they say that it gives you an airbrush effect. So it looks like, you know, you're all natural, you know, there's no imperfections, nothing of that nature. Number 4, translucent finish. It's basically meaning that it's going to be transparent on your face or wherever you put it. Like, I'm going to go back to my foundation, my powdered one. This one's by Rimmel, and the shade is translucent. Now, when I mean translucent, you're going to rub this on your skin, and you can't see where I put it. And I'm probably making, you know, it sound like, duh, everybody knows what translucent means. I'm really just trying to cover my bases. And, you know, for me, I use translucent powder once I'm completely done. And I think that there's some, you know, I'm going to be oily, you know, in spots or shiny. I will put this on with a big powder brush. One like this. And this is by Up and Up. And, okay, just fall. But anyway, once I do that, if I feel like I'm looking cakey or I'm too powdery, good lord, I will use a setting spray. And honestly, I've been using setting spray for the past 6 to 8 months. This one, I just picked up at Rite Aid. You can pick this up at any drugstore. And this one's by Wet n Wild. And I'm probably jumping ahead here, but that's just what I do. That's just me. Okay, and my next one, dewy finish. I can't do this too often. Dewy basically means it's going to give you a soft sheen on your face. Not as strong as a highlighter, but just a nice natural glow. And people who are oily shouldn't really handle dewy finishes, because it's going to slide off your face. It's going to look like you slicked it on, and 3 or 4 hours into your day, you're going to see it split. So, yeah, dewy is a soft sheen, you know, and you can get it in foundation, and it also looks really, really good in photography. Next one, matte finish, and that's definitely a me thing. Matte means there's no shimmer. There's no sheen. There is no nothing. And I use that as a foundation. I like to look matte, but I like to add my bronzer, my blush, and my highlight, which obviously is my shimmer thing going on my face. But yeah, that's really good for people who have oily skin tones like myself, someone who's combination. And this is where I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to break this one down. Combination, yeah, okay, it means you're oily and you're dry, or oily and normal, da-da-da-da-da. Me, I am combination. I am oily and what they call a T-zone, which it starts with your forehead, and it goes down your nose and possibly down towards your chin. And I really get that way when summer hits. It's kind of weird. I get normal when winter is here. Once late spring, early summer, then I get, well, I take that back. I am normal in the winter, and I am combo in spring, and then I'm completely oily in the summer. There we go. Whew. Alrighty. Number 7. This is a BB cream, also known as a blemish balm or a beauty balm. Actually, I've known it as a beauty balm. I just threw the other one in there because, you know, in case some people have heard it been called that. And basically, it's an all-in-one product. So it's supposed to have, like, your serum, your moisturizer, your primer, and, you know, your sunblock, and your foundation, all in one. And I showed you one. I don't even think it is all that, but I could be completely wrong too. Well, it says it is a 5-in-1, so probably everything that was just listed. And these also come in the same containers as foundations. So they can come in a tube. They can come in a glass jar. They can come however. And for me, I don't mind using these in the spring, but these are not a full coverage foundation. That's why it's not called a foundation. It's called a BB cream. And this gives you maybe light to medium coverage. So if you know, I don't want to say, well, if you have flawless skin, okay, or you don't have very many issues on your face, you know, like pores or redness or anything of that nature, you could definitely probably go all year long with BB cream. Just my opinion. Have I used a BB cream all year long? Yeah, no. No. Not at all. But this could be used alone or as a tinted moisturizer, which I always thought BB creams were tinted moisturizers. So if you know something I don't know, let me know. I've seen a lot of people use the Cover FX color drops. I don't think I would use a product that expensive in a BB cream, but hey, people have done quite a lot with those. But anyway, next one is concealer. And a concealer is a dense or a thick liquid or cream that is highly pigmented, so it can cover stronger like discolorations, like hyperpigmentation. Let me see, under eye, for like under eye circles, and acne. If you get acne, that's something that a concealer would cover. Next one is going to be hyperpigmentation, and this basically is like an area on your face, neck, what have you, that is a lot darker than your skin tone. Like I have two, I don't know if you can really see it, I have a mole on my face that's technically considered hyperpigmentation. I even have a smaller one down here. And I used to get made fun of in high school for it. So once I found out that I could use, concealer, I usually would use it. But once I kind of became an adult and realized, you know what, I don't care what they think anymore. It's supposed to be about me, not them. But anyway, it's stuff like that. Some people get, oh goodness gracious, what is it called? Melasma. And some people actually get it during pregnancy. So that's another kind of hyperpigmentation. Let's see. Here we go. Color neutralizer. This is more like things that color correct. And I'll go into a little bit of, I'm not going to go in depth completely, but I'm just going to, talk about it. There's a couple of colors. They have like the peach and salmon tones, which that is supposed to be for dark circles. They got green. That is supposed to be to cover up redness. They have yellow, which is supposed to be I don't know if I even, I didn't really go into it. Go figure. But yeah, those are your couple that they have. But what they say about the color neutralizer, you're supposed to see, you know what, I should have got a picture of this. I'm going to see if I can get a picture really quick. They say to figure out what color you need to cover up whatever is going on in your face, that you have to use the color wheel, like what you had in art class. And, whatever, like red, we'll go with this, redness. I have a lot on my cheeks. So if you looked at the color wheel, the opposite of red is green. So you'd have to treat it with a green, whether it's, stuff like that. You know what, I'm going to see if I can find something and I'll like stick it in at the end and, be like, hey, this is what I was trying to talk about. But anyway, next one is blush. This usually gives you, you know, like a natural rosy cheek. Now, it doesn't have to be rosy. You can have a peachy color. You could have a dusty rose color. It really doesn't matter. But it's something that you put on the apples of your cheeks and you work your way back. And yeah, I have a lot of shimmer. I know. Trust me, I know. Next one is bronzer. Bronzer is supposed to give you a sun-kissed look. A lot of people contour with bronzer. You can also put a little bit, I don't know if you can tell, actually put a little bit around, you know, the edges of my forehead, and that's about it. But it's supposed to give you like a sun-kissed look. And some come in sets, some come by themselves, and I'll show you, as long as I don't break anything. Like, if you've been on my channel, you know I've mentioned this a lot. This is by Wet n Wild, and this is their contour kit. So I would use this shade here to go a little bit around my forehead. And this one right here, they say you can use as a highlighter. I don't. I use it as a, to set my under eye. And here's another one. These are big discs, guys. And this is from City Color. It's called Sunkissed Trio. This one actually helps you out a lot. I can't use this bronzer here. It's way too red for me. But I love this peach shade that they have right here. Here, I'll do a little... I didn't expect to do all this, but it's okay. And then they can come in palettes like this, or they can come by themselves. It just, you know, it depends on where you go and what you're shopping for and what your preferences are. Okay, next one, contouring. I just kind of went into that. Contouring is where you bronze and you highlight the areas on your face, you know, that you want to be seen. Highlighting. I'll touch on this one a little bit. Highlighting, I'd like to highlight the tops of my cheekbones, down my nose. This right here is also known as a Cupid's bow. I'll just kind of discuss that now. Basically, you know how you go to do one of these, you know, to, like for archery. So you got this right here, which is where he pulls back, or she pulls back, and then you got a triangle in your lip that would make the arrow. So it's the Cupid's bow. That I learned on YouTube. If you would have asked me a year ago what a Cupid's bow is, I'm like, isn't it Cupid with a bow? But anyway, so you highlight the areas that you would like to highlight, and a lot of them are where this, you know, the sun is going to hit you first. So your cheekbones, your forehead, your nose, your chin. There you go. And then the whole thing with the contouring, people contour everywhere. It's really, it's supposed to change the shape of your face. Like if you have, I guess if you have a short face or small face or whatnot, you know, they have different ways that you can contour your face to make it look longer. Me, I'm fine. I do a little contouring in my cheeks, but that's about it. Let's see, highlighting. I just kind of covered that one. Let's see, is there anything on here? Okay, so for highlighting, I hate when they break things up like this, because the way I see it, they say makeup has no rules, but guess what? You're finding rules all over the dabber place with these things. I'm just saying. Let me see. So you need a color that is lighter than your skin to show up. Now, there's a whole bunch of kind of highlighters. There really is. There's this one here. That one's by Revlon. Or you can get the ones from L'Oreal that look like this. They break up into like, you know, 4 triangles. I mean, there's a lot of forms that you can get for a highlight. It all depends on what you want. It really does boil down to your preference, what you like. If you like, you know, a golden highlight, then, you know, you could go with Wet n Wild's Hollywood Boulevard, which is what I got on my cheeks. Or, you know, if you want something, you know, natural, then you'd get one that is, you know, like a light pink. I wouldn't go so far as using a white highlighter. I don't think I have the brass balls to do that one. But hey, if you like it, you go for it. Let's see, strobing. Here we go. This is supposed to be where basically you highlight the hell out of your face. That's pretty much what it is. You pick different colors, or, yeah. You can have white, you can have brown, all these different kinds of highlighters. And basically it's the same thing. You highlight your cheekbones, your brow bone, which I don't know if you can feel it if you put your fingers up here, like right below your eyebrow. You can feel those. And do your nose and your chin, and there you go. Let's see, baking. Here we go. I have not been able to master this, and right now I don't plan to. It's just, to me, I don't have time. For any woman who's got children, they're working, they got things they gotta do, they just want to put something on, and not have to wait, then this baking thing is not for you. Baking is basically you put an under eye concealer on, and then you take a sponge like this. Don't mind the holes, I am getting a new one. Take a sponge like this, wet, okay, or damp. Squeeze all the water out, okay. Then you get transparent powder. Most likely loose powder because it'd be a lot easier. And then you just put it all over, and like you pretty much just dunk that stuff on your face. Okay, you let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, and then you're supposed to take a powder brush and just sweep it away, and it's supposed to set it and stay put. I haven't been able to match, or been able to pull that one off, because not even an hour or two later I start seeing the creases. So I don't know if I'm using the right products, but hey, I just don't want to do it. I don't have the time to sit on my butt for 15-20 minutes just to wait on a concealer to set. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it. Another one, this is called tight lining. Now this one, I'm going to see if I can zoom you in a little bit without scaring you guys. Let's see, do I have... I'm just going to use this one. Okay, let's see. Bear with me. Oops, wrong way. Okay, let's see. I can't tell if that looks right or not. But underneath your lashes, you have a waterline. Or at least I also call that a waterline. You also have one down here. That's also known as a waterline. You can take a pencil. You know what? I didn't even do any today. So you know what? I will do this just to show you. Just don't make fun of me if I end up poking out my eye. Alright. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to see if I can do this and still have you watch me. So, you take your eyeliner and you put it underneath your lashes and you just go around. And I have contacts, so yes, my contact just moved in my eyeball. But do you see the difference? You can tell that this one has color and this one does not. And that is called tight lining. You know what? You just sit right there. Okay, let's see. Now that we did that one. Okay, waterline. I just kind of covered that one. Even though I'm like, my face is all up in the damn camera. Waterline is this one right down here. And I think I might be able to do this without my mirror. So, like I said again, just disclaimer. If I poke my eye out, you can laugh at me because I can't see you. But you just... See? See the difference? Color? No color. I might want to do the other one. I might look a little weird, huh? Whew. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. I'm going to zoom y'all back out. I don't need y'all realizing how big my nose is. Okay. Next one is powder. Now, these can also come in different forms as well. Most of them are matte finish. And we use those on top of, you know, like a liquid foundation, especially someone like me who's got combination skin. You just put it on with a powder brush, or even with the puff that it comes with, just to matte you out. And I'll go over that again. Matte, no shimmer, no sheen, no nada. No nada. And let's see. That's funny. I went ahead and explained matte to you, and that was the next one I was coming to. So, there you go. And it also does not reflect any light. Next one is shimmery. Shimmery? Shimmery. Shimmery, glittery, what have you. It will pick up light. So, if you're just walking down the street and the sun's shining, you might blind somebody depending on how much stuff you got on your face. But anyway, next one is metallic. This one is created by Reflective Pigments in metal shades. And do I even have? That's not really metal. Ooh, shizer. Just hit my dab burn. You know what? I got a metallic. Hang on. Okay. Let's hope that shows up. Does that show up? See that sheen? That is metallic. I think I even have another one in here. See? Okay. Oops. Okay, so the next one, let me see, is pearlescent. Now, this one, they are shades that contain iridescent molecules. So when you're mixing two colors, they kind of fuse together. And I don't know. Let's see. Hang on. I'll figure this out. Okay. I can make this pearlescent. See? Okay. And that was just mixing two different colors together, and you got a pearlescent, you know, shade. Pigments. Here's another one. I have quite a few pigments. I don't know. I don't know if it's the fact that I just don't reach for them, because, you know, they can be messy. Let me see. We'll use the bronze one. Now, pigments can be pressed, or they can be loose. This one here, ooh, there's a lot of stuff on this one. Okay. I'm going to try and do this and not, like, put this all on my computer. Looks like that cover didn't stay on, and they're loose pigments. And the best way to apply these is with, like, MAC Fix Plus or setting spray or anything of that nature. But they definitely provide a rich hue and a depth of color when you apply them. But I'll tell you this, make sure you tap your brush off before you put that stuff. Otherwise, it's all going to be all down your face. Okay, next one, satin. So this can go, you know, towards lipsticks. This can go towards, I'm looking at it. Sorry, that was my husband. Damn it, now I lost my thought. Thank you, hubby. Oh, so satins, they're not shiny, but they're smooth. And to me, they say they're not shiny, but I don't know. Let me see. Hang on. Let's see if I can find one, and I'll show you. Thank God my palettes are all, you know, close by. Okay. This right here is a satin. There's no shimmer, but there is color, so it wouldn't be turning to translucent. That's the only way I could really think of putting that. Let's see. Sheer. Here we go. This one can also go for, you know, lipsticks or, you know, powders and what have you. Or it could even go as a BB cream. They can go on sheer, and then you have to build up the coverage. So it's not going to fully cover, you know, anything that's on your face, like acne or discoloration, anything like that. That it's not going to cover. Let me see. Do I even have I don't know if I really even have a sheer lipstick, to be honest with you. I know, you know what? Here we go. I'll use a gloss. Glosses can be sheer. And I even used this, I think, the other day in one of my videos. Okay. Right here. If y'all can see it. I can't tell on the back. But this one is Bellini. And do you see how it's not opaque? So that means you can see right through it. That's where I was getting at. So you can see right through. It is sheer. Sheer pantyhose. There you go. I know that's not, you know, a cosmetic, but hey, it's another thing that's sheer. Okay, why did it do that? Okay, the next one is called an overline. I've never heard it put this way, but basically you're taking a lip liner and you're outlining the outside of your lips. So you're not doing it, you know, on your lip like what we would usually do. You're doing it on the outline. And supposedly it makes your lips look bigger. I can't pull that part off. I really can't. The only one I can do with that one is actually putting a little highlight on top of like my gloss or my lipstick on the center of both my top and my bottom lips, and then that's fine. The other I can't do. And our last, you know, thingy here is bleeding. No, I'm not talking about you actually bleeding. I'm talking about your lipstick bleeding. A lot of lipsticks you have to wear a lip liner with them or they will bleed outside your lips. So what I mean by bleed, it's going to be on the outside, the outskirts of your lips. So any fine lines you have, any, you know, pores, if you have pores around your lips, they will fill in with the lipstick. That is called bleeding. So, now that was a mouthful, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be one long ass video. But I hope you know, enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If there's something that I didn't mention that you would like me to cover, mention it down below. You know, I always check my YouTube. I'm always on YouTube. You know, mention it below, and I will bring it up, you know, before my second video, or before I start my second video. I will, you know, mention anything and everything that, you know, you guys put down there. So, thank you so much for hanging in there with me, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys, take care.